Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Shana Tova, Healthy New Year. Shana Tova, Sweet New Year for you and you and me. Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Shana Tova, Healthy New Year. Shana Tova, Sweet New Year for you and you and me. Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Shana Tova, Healthy New Year. Shana Tova, Sweet New Year for you and you and me. For you and you and me. For you and you and me.
Shana Tova, Happy New Year. We welcome you to this Rosh Hashanah service, this new year together. This is an opportunity for us to learn and to grow, for us to look back at the year behind and to make changes and do better for the year ahead. We are joined together, even if we are not seated in the sanctuary together, wherever you are. You're part of this wonderful community, this extended family, as we join together in a sweet new year.
Shana Tova. We're about to hear Rabbi Gordon blow the shofar, which is traditional to do on Rosh Hashanah. You may want to make a shofar of your own since you're sitting and watching this at home. You can use a piece of paper, or you can even use your hand. But whenever you see a shofar on your screen for this service, we encourage you to blow your own shofar along with us, which will be in about right now.
That's our yearly alarm clock. That's supposed to wake us up. This is the sound of the shofar. And when we wake up, we're ready to enter into prayer together. We ask, are we awake? Are we ready? And then we bless God with the words of Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach. Blessed is the Eternal who's to be blessed. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Blessed is the Eternal One, now and forever.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Le'olam Va'ed. Yalalai lai lai, 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 yalalai lai lai.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai our God, Adonai is one. We're taught to listen, to hear the sound of each other, to hear the sound within us telling us to be better and to strive for a better world. And we understand that this world is one as we are united together in unity with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. Yai, lai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, la, la, yai, lai, lai, la, 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 la. You shall love with all of your heart, your soul, and with all of your might. You shall teach your children to love and to know what is right. Yai, lai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, lai, la, 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 la. Oh, yai, lai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, la, 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 yai, lai, lai, la, 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 la.
We pause now for a moment of silent reflection and meditation. I invite you to think about the new year ahead and your hopes and dreams for this coming year. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu.
שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
The Torah is a book which we read over and over again, each and every year. But it is like a favorite book that we would have at home, that we would take down from our bookshelf and read once or twice, put it away and read it again. It's like a book that we have been read to by our parents. And then when we get older, we might read it to ourselves. And when we get still older, we might read it with new eyes. I have some favorite books. The Velveteen Rabbit, Charlotte's Web, The Little Prince. I read those as a child, and later on as a teenager or as a college student, and later on as an adult, and I read it then to my children. And each time I read it, it was different and had a different meaning. Not that the book had changed, but I had changed. And so it is when we read Torah. Each and every year, it's the same words, but the meaning changes because we grow. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And it was in the beginning that God created the heavens and the earth. V'haaretz hayta tohu v'vohu. And the earth was meaningless and void. V'choshech al pnei tohom. And there was darkness upon the face of the deep. V'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim. And the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the waters. Vayomer Elohim yehi or. And God said, let there be light. Vayehi or. And there was light. Vayar Elohim et ha'or ki tov. And God saw that the light was good. Vayavdel Elohim bein ha'or uvein ha'choshech. And God separated between the light and the darkness. Vayikra Elohim la'or yom. And God called the light day. V'lechoshech kara laila. And the darkness God called night. Vayhi erev, vayhi voker, yom echad. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day.
In a great forest where the trees grow tall, there was one lonely apple tree. As winter came, snow would fall on the forest floor and on the branches of the little apple tree. The big forest was all white and silent. One night, the little apple tree looked up at the sky, and between the branches it saw the stars that seemed to be hanging from the branches of the tall oak trees. How lucky are those oak trees! I'd love to have stars hanging from my branches. Then I would feel truly special, whispered the little apple tree. A voice from God said gently, have patience, little apple tree. Spring came and the snow melted, and tiny white and pink apple blossoms appeared on the branches of the little apple tree. People walking in the big forest would stop and admire the beautiful flowers, and birds would rest on the branches of the little apple tree. But night after night, the little apple tree would look at the sky, filled with millions of stars, and cry out, more than anything, I want stars hanging from my branches, just like the big trees. God asked, isn't it enough you offer soft shade to people, beautifully fragrant blossoms, and branches where birds can rest and sing their songs? The little apple tree sighed. I'm sorry for sounding ungrateful, but that is just not special enough. I like how I give others pleasure, but what I would really love is to have stars instead of blossoms. Then I would feel truly special. Patience, said God. Have patience, little apple tree." And so the seasons changed again. The branches of the little apple tree were covered with beautiful apples. People walking in the big forest would stop, reach up, pick an apple, and eat it with pleasure. Still, when the night came, the little apple tree would cry out, "More than anything, I want stars hanging from my branches. Then I would feel truly special." God asked, "But apple tree, isn't it enough? You now have such wonderful apples to offer." Without a word, the little apple tree would answer by shaking its branches from side to side. An apple fell to the ground from the top of the little apple tree, and when it hit the ground, it split open. "Look," said God. "Look inside yourself. What do you see?" The little apple tree looked down and saw that right in the middle of its apple was a star. "A star! I have a star!" cried the apple. And God laughed gently and said, "So you do have stars on your branches. You just didn't know it." When we change how we hold the apple, and when we cut it and turn it on its side, we find a star. During Rosh Hashanah, we too do this kind of turning. We call it teshuvah, where we look inward into ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, if we change the way we look at ourselves, we can find a star in each one of us. Shana Tova. May you have a sweet and healthy new year.
It's that time again. If you made a shofar earlier, grab it, or like I said, you can just use your hand, but we're about to blow the shofar again.
We arrive now at our shofar service. The shofar is our announcing tool. We announce the coming of the new year. And all around the world, in synagogues, here in the US, and far away in Israel and beyond, we are blowing the shofar today to announce the coming of this new year.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Have a happy, happy, happy new year. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Have a happy, happy, happy new year. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Have a happy, happy, happy new year. Have a happy, happy, happy new year. Have a happy, happy, happy new year.
Tekiah Gedolah.
Hayom te'amtzenu.
Amen.
Strengthen us on this day. Hayom tivarchenu.
Amen.
Bless us today. Hayom tigadlenu.
Amen.
Lift up our lives on this day. Hayom tichdavenu. L'chaim tovim.
Amen.
Inscribe us for a good life on this day.
Today make us strong.
Amen.
Today bless us.
Amen.
Today help us grow.
Amen.
Today see goodness in us.
Amen.
Today write us for good for a good life.
Amen.
Today listen to our needs.
Amen.
Today with compassion and good deeds take in our prayers.
Amen.
Today support us with the right hand of justice.
Amen.
Today forgive and release us from all that we know we did wrong.
Amen.
Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Shana Tova, Healthy New Year. Shana Tova, Sweet New Year for you and me. Shana Tova.